Hey guys, welcome back to Feed the Beast Ultimate, back in our Skyblock. And well, I got some new stuff to show you guys today, so let's go ahead and just jump right into it. If you remember last episode, we left off moving our IC2 machines into our new room that we made up, because we was running out of room in here. We needed more space, we really did. So we went ahead, or at least I went ahead and made up a new room. But since then, I actually made a few modifications, well, namely to where we put our new engine block. Well, I call it an engine block, but all of our magmatic engines. Reason why is because I really didn't like the way it fit. It really didn't fit very well the way I wanted it to. Plus I had spares left over because I made 64 up and I wanted to fit all 64 in a nice long line like so, because this is cool. I'm sorry, but this looks pretty awesome in my opinion. I also made up this giant Zycraft tank. This is actually what's going to be our buffer for our engines. That way I can kind of see a little bit better on if I'm running out of lava or not. These guys can show me if I'm running out of lava, but they don't really hold very much. And this holds a little bit more, so I would be able to see a little bit better if I'm running low. The best part about it is not only works from the inside, but this also actually works from the outside. So if I'm doing something outside or flying around, coming back home or something from the Twilight Forest or something, I'll be able to notice if the lava's running low. So a few different purposes for that. Alright, so what I want to get done is, well, first of all, I want to ask you guys, what do you think we ought to do with this room? We have this nice open room now. We can do a few different things with. I'm just not sure what I really want to do with it now. I still have our steam turbine in here, because I'm worried that I'm not going to have anything powerful enough to run my recyclers with all those overclockers in there. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to have to keep that in here. But I could go ahead and compress all of this down into one little cube right here. That would still leave a large portion of this room open for something else. So just a thought. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other things. I went ahead and placed our implosion compressor over here in the corner, down in the floor, because, well, if I dug down, I think the slime farm, the back wall ends right here. The back wall line is right here. So this worked out perfectly. Plus it was only 3 blocks down, and, well, the glowstone bricks is one layer, and then there's 2 layers of this basalt cobble. So let's go ahead and jump right into this today. Now, I'm going to go ahead and grab me some liquid ducts. That would not be liquid ducts. These are liquid ducts. I'm probably actually going to need a few more of these. Hardened glass. Let's grab 32 of those. We should have some copper sitting right there. Pull out our minium stone. Oops. And we'll go ahead and craft us up some liquid ducts. That should be more than enough than what we need. I've already made a valve. There's one here for lava to fall into from our, well, our pump from the nether. And then there's one out back out here. The reason why I put it out back is because, well, I didn't want no one to really see it. I don't know why it always does that to me. Alright, so I got it right here. And we're going to actually pump this probably out and around through the back. Hold on, I still need to take this line out right here. Again, I don't know how many times I've said this, but I just want to go ahead and emphasize whoever and all of you guys that mentioned to make this coin of fortune, thank you very much. I love you guys. You're amazing. This thing is awesome. Works perfectly for working above the void areas like this. Oops, I'm gonna have to hold on to those. Actually, no, I won't. I take that back, I won't. Okay, let's go ahead and try this again. Alright, so I'm gonna pull this up this way. I really don't want this running into the room. I want this running outside, and I think I'm gonna run it right along here. Just to be a little bit more hidden. And as far as these glowstone bricks, I love them. I love them a lot. Alright, I think I'm going to run this right around the back right here. I think we'll take it right into this right there. Perfect. Awesome. That's going to work just fine. All right, and then I'm going to need to open that. And I'm debating on whether or not I want to put a lever on this or not. Because if I put a lever on, well, that wouldn't. Yeah, let's go ahead and just put a lever on this. Make it a whole lot easier on all of us. Because if I shut them off this way, I'm basically just shutting off their lava intake, which, perfect. Which means they're going to still take a little while to shut off. So there they are. They're on right now. Pull this out, close that off. Let's take a look. I'm going to show you guys. I love the way this looks. That's awesome. That's what I wanted in the first place. Now, if you guys really want to know what I'm planning, I think I'm actually planning on making another one of these above it. So I'm thinking 128 magmatic engines. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So let's see. So they're slowly filling up with power or lava. These were actually already filled up. This was like a test, and that's why I have this guy here. This was just a test. These guys filled up in like, I want to say 4 or 5 minutes. Not very long at all. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull that up. Now, we're just going to let that run because I don't have any other way to turn it off at the moment. Yeah, maybe we should have an off switch. Do we have any red alloy wiring? That would make things a lot easier. We got 29. That should actually be enough. Because if I just leave them on without them producing power to anywhere, I would have to go through and probably wrench them all, which is not going to be fun. So to be easier, let's just go ahead and, first of all, enable that. Pull this off. And I'm not sure if that's going to work. But we'll give it a shot. I mean, it should. It's still a redstone signal, so I know, where do I want it? Right there. Perfect. Alright, so before we actually do anything with this, let's go make sure that there's no lava. Alright, there's no lava in the pipes. Let's turn this on. And it turned off that light. Awesome. That's fine. That's okay. That'll let me know, I guess, one way or another, whether or not it's on or not. So, there we go. That's on. Alright, let me go ahead and turn that back off. Just for now. I need to make up a few things. So, I want to be able to convert this power to EU as well. And I want to see how it's going to work on our matter fabricator first. So, I'm thinking about trying 64 of those magmatic engines and converting that to EU power and trying that out on our matter fabricator just to see how it works. I'm not sure because I didn't really ever worry about doing the math, but what we want is, if I type in then power, I guess that doesn't work in this version. I've actually been playing the new beta, the 1.5.2 Feed the Beast Ultimate Beta. If you guys are wondering how to get that, you can actually go to the Feed the Beast website, and they should have some news on there somewhere about how to download that. There's a code that you have to put into your launcher. But that's what I want, power converters. Alright, and we're going to be making up this guy for sure, the energy bridge. So we're going to need diamonds, redstone, glass, gold, all that good stuff. So gold, redstone, what else do we need? Glass. And last but not least, some diamonds. Alright, creepy sound, you can go away now. Alright, seriously, where are my diamonds? I was gonna say, I know I have diamonds. Alright, there we go, an energy bridge. Actually, let's just go ahead and make a couple of these. Alright, now I want to convert MJ to EU, so I'm going to need a Looks like, okay, they don't have an MJ one, so I'm going to need a buildcraft, because I believe buildcraft is pretty much the same thing as MJ. Let's see, so buildcraft consumer, we're going to need a Sterling engine and gold ingots. Alright, well that's not bad. Do we have a Sterling engine? Just by chance? We have magmatic engines still and redstone engines, so no. Alright, do we have any gears? We have iron gears. We don't have any other gears. So, sticks. Why I have so many sticks? Beats me. Heck, I'll go ahead and make plenty of gears for later on. Oops. Let's go ahead and make up a stack of stone gears. Alright, now I'm going to need... We need to do this. We're going to need some glass. Stone gear. And we should have some pistons made up, hopefully. There we go. And there we go, Sterling engine. Grab some gold. Put those in the corner, put that in the center, and then we have a consumer. Now, I believe I want a producer. I'm not sure. I'll figure it out in a second. Let me finish this up. Alright, now, I'm also going to need... I'm not sure if I need a high voltage IC2 one, or there's actually an EV producer. Let's make up both of these, if we can. So we need a high voltage transformer. Alright, energy crystal, electronic circuit, medium voltage transformer. Alright, not too bad. Alright, we got a couple machine blocks. Oh good, we got some 2x2 insulated gold. Perfect. Alright, now, where are we at? Alright, we got the medium voltage. We need an energy crystal, some high voltage cable, and electronic circuit. Alright, let's craft up an electronic circuit. There we go. Do we have an energy crystal? Yes. Begin crafting. And then all we need is some refined iron. Good thing we got a little bit, but I can make up some more if I have to. And some rubber. Oh, I guess I already had some of that in there. That's alright. We'll just make up plenty of this. So there and there. Oops. That misclicked. My bad. Darn you, mouse. Alright, energy crystal there. We need our medium voltage transformer there. Electronic circuit there. High voltage transformer. Alright, let's place that back. And then from here, just need gold. Perfect. A lot easier this way. Why couldn't it all just be gold? There we go. Alright, so now we got 3, but I still want to try out this one, because I'm not sure if this actually produces more or less, and I'm going to need an MFSU for this one. Can I? Oh yeah, I forgot I can craft those things. Sure, craft me up 2 more. I don't know how long that's going to take you, but go for it. I'd love to have some more of those. Alright, there we go. An EV consumer. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to do anything for us or not, but let me actually put some of this stuff away. There we go. Alright, let's go see about hooking this up and seeing what kind of power we can get out of this. In fact, let's see about connecting back in here. We have 1 MFSU made up. You gonna make me another one? Or are you just gonna look pretty? You look like you're gonna just sit there and look pretty. I should have everything to make that. I'm not sure why it's going so slow. Anyway, let's go ahead and try this. Now, I could hook this up to energy tesseracts. The problem with that is, I believe the energy tesseracts only take 100 MJ in, and this is producing... What is that? 4 times 64, so that's 256. Should be producing about 256 MJs. But it's probably less than that because I believe the energy conduit takes away, I believe, 10%, 5% at each end. Might even be more than that if all those connections count. I'm not sure. I really don't know. But let's go ahead and try this out. So I want my energy bridge down. Place that guy right there. Then we're going to take our buildcraft consumer, because we're going to be consuming MJ or buildcraft power, because we can use this as buildcraft power. Right? Right. Alright, so we got buildcraft in. The charge is full. And then we want to take this. I feel like I want to take this to this. But let's try the high voltage consumer. Or wait, actually, if you take this and put it in your crafting square, you get the producer, and that's what we want. We want the producer. Alright, get out of there. I don't want you standing there. Alright, so there's no link because there's no power. Alright, so what if I do this? Jeez, look at the power coming in. Alright, that's awesome. Now, how much is this outputting? This is outputting 512 EU per tick. That's awesome. That is awesome. Alright, so I could just stack MFSUs if I wanted to. This thing just passed 250,000 EU. That's amazing. Alright, so how's this looking? Oh, that's perfect. Alright, so I got this guy on. He's going to constantly be refilling that. That's just the way I wanted it. Actually, take that back. This guy needs to be turned on. It's almost at 500,000 EU. Wow. I want to see if this actually drains. I've not seen this actually drain yet. Alright, anyway. I'm curious, but I'm thinking that this right here actually... Darn, do I need to pick this up with anything special? Okay, good, we don't. I think this produces actually more than that does. So I'm thinking I might actually need another high voltage transformer. Let me go grab that. I'm just getting that funny feeling that I'm gonna need that. Alright, so let's take a look. What did I need? I needed a... Okay, we don't have a medium voltage, but I should still have a machine block. Let's go ahead and craft some cables up. I should actually auto-craft 4 by default, because that's all it knows how to craft. Medium voltage transformer. And then we have our cabling here. Wait, isn't that where we did that? I've already forgotten. Okay, we needed an energy crystal. Okay, let's pull those aside. Craft us an energy crystal. Easy enough. Electronic circuit. Still easy enough. This thing saves so much time. Imagine me sitting here having to actually craft all this stuff. You gotta admit, this thing saves me a lot of time. So there we go, another high voltage transformer. Let's go give this a shot. All in the name of testing. I like the way this room turned out, though. I think I'm going to do a lot more rooms like this, especially these iCraft blocks. I really like those. They look awesome. He's already past 1.5 million. Alright, so let's break this. The problem is, I'm going to have to break this, because that's going to be in my way. Alright, high voltage. So the input is facing like this. The input is the red side. So there's all yellow there. Another way to do it, I guess, is to right-click there. That's our input. If I shift right-click that, it flips it to the opposite side. So now I should be able to place... Actually, oops, I did that wrong. We're supposed to put this thing down first. And we need a producer. This is the EV one, so that goes down there. No link. Let's try that one more time. Place you there. Shift right-click. So downsides the audio. Is this gonna... Okay. Alright, so is this working faster? Alright, see, now this is where I cannot tell if this is working faster or not. It's like it's too much. Like, this is maybe not enough, is what I'm trying to get at. This EV might be too much for this. I don't know, that actually looks like it's filling up rather faster. Much faster, I'm sorry. Rather quickly. Okay, that's already at 500,000. That's about to hit 750,000 EU, like, now. Okay, that's cool. Now, what if we actually grabbed our matter fabricator? Let's see if this will actually be a little bit faster for us. Let's grab our matter fabricator. Let's grab just a stack of scrap. That's all I should need. And I could actually directly hook this up. I should be able to directly hook this up to that guy. I should be able to. I'm actually kind of worried about this now. This matter fabricator can take an input of 8192 EU. The high voltage transformer outputs 512, right? Downsizes anything just about it. I'm not sure. I don't like this. I don't like this one. Okay. Hey, well, what do you know? It's gaining power. You can see it's gaining power. That's awesome. I was actually slightly worried about this. But it is flickering. So that's what I'm worried about. The same. I feel like it might be not enough power. But it's already at 2%, and this is what I want. This is actually going to help us get more UUmatter. And I can take that UUmatter to convert it into more iridium or solar panels. That's kind of what I want. It does seem like it's running a little bit faster, though. And at the cost of what? Pretty much just lava. So what I might wind up doing is we might wind up making another 64 of these. I don't know if I want to do that today. What I've been wanting to try and do is go to the nether, because I know that there's some ore in the nether. I believe it's called sheldonite. Alright, well, let me push you on it. And if we smelt it, it makes platinum, but if we pulverize it, we have a 10% chance of getting iridium from it. And I believe this stuff is rather rare, but we do have the ability of flight on our side, so it'd be a little bit easier for us to run around and get that. Now, I am running a little bit low on food. 7%, see, so this isn't too bad. I could make another one of these. I feel like I want to make another one of those. I think we ought to. Alright, but I'll do that later. I really need to get down in here and actually start hooking some of this up with power. Now, I think I might just wire it first. So how much glass fiber do I have? I have 40 pieces of glass fiber. Alright, so I need to go over to up one. Alright, so there's a machine, and I think I got these spaced out just like that. So these are the upgraded versions of all our machines. The way I see it is I should be able to actually put ME interfaces on all of these. Now, how many do I have? I don't know. Let's just craft 10 of these. Running a little bit low on ME cables. Alright, let's just grab 5 of these. Oh, perfect, 5. Okay, good. Well, I got extra ME interfaces. You can always use those. So I suggest I probably want to put these guys just right on top. And that way I could wind up automating these on our system. Because when it comes down to it, why not just automate everything? Alright, so how many of these we have? We have 1, 2, we're on our third one, so we need the fourth one. And then this would be the last one. Alright, there we go. Now I believe all of these machines on this line can take the 32 EU input. So compressor, extractor, furnace, plate vending machine, and then the assembling machine. I believe these all can take 32. These need direct current, so I believe I need an MFE directly attached to these guys. Good thing we got a couple of those hooked up. Ready to go for us. Alright, now the green would be the input side, so I think I'm going to have to go underneath this a little bit. Uh-oh. Up, 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 up. Phew. Good thing for flying. Alright, so let's go up just a touch, and we'll do that, and then we'll take it and we'll go this way. Perfect. Alright, let's see. We should be able to make our way up. Yep. That way I can kind of see what I'm doing. Perfect. That'll work just fine. Then we'll run cabling from there. Oh, how did that? Guess we're right there. Perfect. All right, then I'll just run this over like so. Come on, grab those. Thank you. All right, perfect. All right, now that we've done a little bit of the boring stuff, let's actually go do something a little bit different. Let's go on a quick adventure. I think we got a little bit of time to do this right after we finish hooking these last few up. Let's just do this, this, this. Then we should be able to run all of these. Just like that. All right, so there's power there, and I believe this one needs to be hooked up still. There we go. Let's grab some iron glowstone. Yeah, some of you guys said that this room is rather bright, and I agree with you guys. I still need to hook this one up, I know. But I'm thinking about possibly changing the inside of the floor and leaving the outside of this glowstone. So let's go to the Twilight Forest. Let's put some of this away first, while we let our matter fabricator do its work. And let's see what we can't do now. Should have some steak. Perfect. Been wanting to eat some of this steak for a while now. And I actually should have a map. Actually, it's in here, I believe. Our magic map that we made when we did our quarry. Alright, let's make our way to the Twilight Forest. So I'm trying to do something a little bit different by splitting some stuff up for us today. Now, we did a little bit of power conversion, getting our system set up, did a little bit of wiring. Pretty cool. I like the way it's turning out, and I really wanted to show you guys that. And now we get to go out on a little adventure. So if we get done with this quick enough, we might actually be able to head back and see a few other things. Now, who do I want to take care of? I'm thinking that Hydra would be kind of cool. I think the Hydras are rather easy to take care of. So let's actually go head on over this way. Take care of this Hydra. Now, if you guys notice, I did fill out the map a little bit just to kind of see what was around. I promise I have not touched anything, I've not gotten in it anywhere, I've not done or seen anything. I just flew around pretty much. I didn't investigate nothing, so let's see what this guy has for us. In fact, I think I've only fought a Hydra once. And I don't think I've ever fought a Lich King. And I think there's another boss called a Naga. Alright, so we should be seeing something around here. Oh, what is that? What is this? Smoking block. Okay, that's officially cool. Alright, I definitely want some of those. If I see those, those are mine. Look at that. Dude, look at this thing smoke. I want these. I could build something cool with that. Alright, wait, where's this Naga supposed to, or this Hydra supposed to be? This way? Let's take care of this Hydra first. Ooh, look at this. Oh, hey, buddy. How you doing? Dude, you're smoking the birds. That's not very nice. Hey, I got something for you. Wait, does this not work on you? Oh, this could be an issue. I don't know if I have anything else to take care of you. Wait, seriously? Oh, I have to get close. Do I seriously have to get that close to you? Why are you killing the innocent animals? Oh, there we go. Now we're doing some damage. Yeah, how you like my railgun? Actually, I ain't worried about catching on fire. You cannot hurt me. Too powerful for you. I want your face. Quit hurting the birds. Stop hurting the birds! I cannot let you do this. Stop hurting the birds. That's not cool, man. Let them roam around peacefully. Let them do their thing. Wow, what did you do to this cave, man? You like annihilated it. Twilight Hunter. Yeah. Perfect thing to reset my achievements on. And the Hydra is defeated. Nice and easily. Alright, so what did you give me? A Hydra trophy, fiery blood, and Hydra chops. Get out of here. Whoa! Wait, is that the same thing? Wait, is that a Thaumcraft dungeon too? Fire jet. There's a fire jet and a smoking block. Dude, that is cool. Yeah, I definitely need some of those. Alright, let's explore this real quick. We got loots in here. Let's see what kind of... Seriously? An empty chest? They gave me an empty chest. I'm gonna need that for later. Now, I'm gonna take that. Get out of here. Trying to loot! Silver 18. Nothing special. Nothing good in there. I will say this though, those fiery blocks and those jets are awesome. Dude, that is so cool. I gotta put that somewhere. I gotta incorporate that on my base somehow. And these two. Those are cool. Alright, so we got that taken care of. I got an arrow in my chin and my face. Well, that's awesome. Let's go put this in our house. Alright, so let's make our way back to the house. I actually should have my portal gun. I should be able to put out the, whoops, the yellow portal. There we go. That'll take me back to my portal. Back to home. So let's put this in our house. Let's see what this looks like. I have no idea what this looks like in this, especially in this texture pack. How about like right over here? Oh, that is cool. Yeah, Hydra head. Oh, I should get 3 of those and put them like right next to each other. Then it would look like a real Hydra. Sweet. Alright, but I am actually interested in what this fiery blood does. Push you. Oh, we get fiery ingots if we combine it with iron. I like the texture on that too, by the way. That looks awesome. So this I can actually use for armor. Fiery aura. Never heard of that. Fire aspect 2, auto smelting. That's cool. That sounds pretty cool. It's a cool looking pickaxe too. Alright, so let's see if this works. Smoking block. Oh yeah, that's cool. That's perfect. Drops my frames a little bit, but that's perfect. I like that. I could put that around my lava and stuff. So let's go ahead and head back upstairs. Let's take a look at our power conversions. I seriously want to make up some more of those. I've been making up a lot of Invar. In fact, let's do that in a minute. We'll just make up some more engines, and I'll make another block. I'll show you guys what I'm going to do. 50% already. Wow. That's a lot faster than what we was doing. So this is outputting... This is probably outputting... I want to say... As far as EU is concerned, don't quote me on this, but I want to say it's over 512, of course. I'm thinking maybe 6 to 750 EU per tick, maybe. But my plan is I'm going to put another line of these magmatic engines right here, right above this one. And then we're going to do the exact same thing. And I'm going to run it right back into this, and then we'll see how fast that goes. I don't know if I'm going to have time to try and do that today. We can give it a shot. We should like have a thing in our system to auto-craft magmatic engines for us, though. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look real quick. So, engines. Magmatic. We're going to need a bunch of silver. We're going to need a stack of silver at least. Invar. Okay, gotcha. Alright, so I'm going to need that. We're going to need our Invar. I'm going to need 2 stacks of those. We're going to need silver. Wait. Figures. I would have different silver. We need redstone. Let's make up a stack of those. Going to get some pistons made up. I'm going to need you to make me up another... What was that, 16? No, it was 14, I'm sorry, my bad. Whatever, got 2 extras. And then, what else am I gonna need? Glass? No, no glass. Okay, we're ready. We got this. Easy to make magmatic engines, right? Put those there, and then we just need our invar again. I'm not gonna have enough. Nope. Yep, I'll have to finish this up a little bit later, but I can take these and let me just jump back in here. I'm gonna get some of my nickel, my iron, and I'll go and throw these into our induction smelter. And that's gonna cook us up our invar. I'm gonna need 2 stacks of iron, but this is gonna cook up like 4 stacks of invar ingots for us, and that'll be plenty for us to finish up our stack of magmatic engines. So that should be outputting 500, over 500 Minecraft joules, or MJ, whatever they call it. And then we'll be able to use that not only for just powering this, you know, because eventually I want to be able to put a lot of power into this to produce UUmatter so we can make solar panels. That's the only reason why I'm putting a lot of power into this right now, but eventually this is also going to be used for transferring power to our IC2 machines or GregTech machines and pretty much powering everything, because this should be enough power to power a lot of stuff. Yeah, I think so, and if not, you know what? I'll just make up another stack of magmatic engines and we'll just keep making pumps for in the nether. But that's about it for me today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the little mix-up of, you know, killing a Hydra today too. I thought that was pretty cool myself, and these awesome new fire jets and smoking blocks. If you guys have any tips, tricks, or comments, feel free to put them in the comment section down below. If you guys would rate the video, I'd greatly appreciate it. And until next time, we'll see you guys then. Goodbye.